Hello.
Yo, baby.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy TJ Jackson back here on Power 108, Salt Lake City's #1 station for everything Utah Jazz. Man, we got a lot of big news happening out of Salt Lake City today. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for the latest updates on the Utah Jazz MyGM series. And be sure to hit that like button so we can keep bringing you amazing content. Right? This is Power 106, Salt Lake City's #1 station for everything Utah Jazz. Also, leave your comments and questions down below with the hashtag Gabe the Great. That's hashtag Gabe the Great, and we'll be sure to answer them in oncoming videos. A lot of big stuff happening. Last segment, we were talking about what to do with George Hill, whether or not to trade him or to re-sign him. And we have an update on that. I'll tell you what we did with George Hill in a second. Also, we have a big game coming up against the Golden State Warriors here on December 8th. I'll let you know what happened with that. Gordon Hayward is finally back from injury, and man, he did not play around when he came back. Also, we'll talk about our divisional matchup, and the team is streaking. Look, man, I wasn't so sure about this guy. I gotta admit, I wasn't so sure about Gabe the Great. He's making all these trades, and I gotta be honest, I'm still not too sure. I mean, we did just trade for Zaza Pachulia, and he's already complaining because he's not a starter. Look, Zaza, you will never start over Rudy Gobert. That's just how it is. But man, look, we've come back. You gotta understand, in our division, it's a three-way battle between us, the Denver Nuggets, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And when Gordon Hayward came back, and he was not playing any games. He went all out, scored 36 against the Denver Nuggets in his return from injury, helping us get the win 121-111. Improving our record. The team is starting to streak right now. We're 2 games over 500. We're first in the division, 6th place in the conference. As we talked about last video, right now we have a really hardcore moratorium on trades. We can't trade anybody. If we trade someone, they gotta be in our starting lineup. The only people we can trade are George Hill, Gordon Hayward, and Rudy Gobert, and Ingles. And that's because everyone else on our team has come for trades. That's right. Our entire roster has pretty much been gutted. Again, like I said, I wasn't too sure if I agree with it. I'm still not sure. It looks like we're going to turn a negative profit at the end of the season. But hey, fans, you guys are happy. The team is kind of getting together, and we're going to see what's going to happen here. But like I said, we got a big game against the Golden State Warriors. They are the team to beat. There you can see our divisional standings right there. We're half a game above the Oklahoma City Thunder and a game and a half above the Denver Nuggets. Man, a lot of stuff happening in the NBA right now. Again, the big thing is, what are we going to do with George Hill? More on that a little bit later. But right now, all our players, they're upset because they're not getting the playing time they want. Ingles thinks he's a starter, but again, you're behind Gordon Hayward, Ingles. You're not going to get that start. That's just not going to happen. Okay? Zaza Pachulia is in the same boat. He feels like he should be starting, but again, that's not going to happen. You guys are behind 2 possibly all-stars here. Okay, so there you can see the standings. Right now, we are in 6th place, 5 games behind the first place Golden State Warriors. We got a few spots that we need to climb up if we hope to do well. Like we all talked about, he said his goal is to bring a championship to this city. He's trying to do it now, not later. He's not trying to wait a few years of rebuilding. He's trying to win right now, okay? And so that's what we are going to try to do. Right now, the team is streaking. I believe our We just had a really tight game with the Los Angeles Lakers, and Gordon Hayward went off. George Hill had 10 assists. Big game. Right now we're on a 3-game winning streak. We're in the 5th spot, and we got one more game before we play the Golden State Warriors. Now this is going to be a true test and a true match to see how we are going to be this season. The Golden State Warriors are no joke. As you know, they added Kevin Durant to their 73-9 team last year that came just short. That blew the 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals. So this is a serious team right here. But again, we're streaking right now. We're on a 4-game winning streak going into the game. The game is at home. We are looking forward to it. Please come out to the game. It's going to be big time, man. Everyone's feeling good. The team is clicking on all cylinders, and I think it's going to be a tough game. And I think that we're going to do very well against this team. And so now going up against the Golden State Warriors, I mean, you got to be perfect against this team. You got to play great defense. And I like the length that we have against this team. You know, we have a lot of long guys, not super ton athletic guys, but a lot of long guys that can disrupt those guys out there on the perimeter. As you can see, we're streaking. We're now in the 4th position right now. We've moved up from 4th to 6th. The team chemistry is getting better. And we do go ahead and beat the Golden State Warriors right now. We're on a 5-game winning streak. 5-game winning streak. And it sounds like teams were trying to trade for Rudy Gobert, but we are going to keep him. And that's funny. I've never seen a trade that Gabe the Great did not like, or that he wouldn't at least listen or entertain. I mean, he's always looking to trade, but apparently Rudy Gobert is off limits for right now. Man, we're on a 6-game winning streak, and we totally annihilated the Golden State Warriors by 25, and nobody was injured. They had all their starters: Curry, Thompson, Durant, Draymond Green. So we're feeling really good about that. We were really able to limit them, play great defense, really get up in them, and make sure that they didn't. That game did not get too out of control. Again, we're here again at Power 108, Salt Lake City's #1 station for everything with the Utah Jazz. Be sure that you subscribe to the channel here to have the latest updates on the Utah Jazz MyGM. And be sure to smash that like button so we can keep bringing you amazing content. If you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down in the comment section below with the hashtag Gabe the Great. That's hashtag Gabe the Great. No, we are going to be doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, okay? So make sure you get on the subscribe list. We're going to be picking one of the subscribers. We're going to be doing a giveaway, so make sure you're one of them. More information on that to come. But yeah, guys, I mean, we have been streaking up, and it's been great to see what's been going on. Right now, we are in 3rd. We are 3.5 games back out of 1st place and 2.5 games back out of 2nd place. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. And now George Hill wants to discuss a extension. He wants an extension with the team. He wants to come back as a Utah Jazz. He was unsure because of all the trades that were happening in the beginning of the season, but he wants to talk. But here's the thing. He's wanting $78 million over the next 3 years. $78 million. Callers, call in at Power 108, Salt Lake City's #1 city for the Utah Jazz. Call in. What do you think? Is George Hill a $78 million point guard worth $26 million, $27, $28 million plus? What do you guys think? Callers, call in. Power 108, Salt Lake City's #1 station for everything with the Utah Jazz. We actually have a caller here. Caller, his name is actually George. George, how's it going? George, what do you think of George Hill? Do you think that he is a $78 million player? Man, that fool done lost his mind. That dude ain't no $78 million player. More like a $7.8 million player. We don't need to pay that man that much. That is way too much money. I don't know what he thinking. He crazy. All right, George, thanks for calling in. So we got another caller on the line, Tyrell. Tyrell, how's it going? Salt Lake, you're here on Power 108, Salt Lake City's #1 station for the Utah Jazz. What do you think? Do you think that George Hill is a $78 million player? Man, the dude ain't worth no 78 million, man. He crazy, man. He seeing all these wild contracts, think he gonna get him some, man. It ain't gonna happen. That dude crazy, man. We shouldn't pay him any more than 40 million for 3 years. I mean, he a good point guard, but he ain't that good. Whoa, here we go, guys. Breaking news. So it sounds like the George Hill extension has been signed. We have signed him to a 3-year, $73.6 million deal. So he's getting paid just under $25 million per year, guys. This is crazy. Now, the interesting about this deal is he's getting paid 25.7 next year, then 24.5, and then 23.5 the previous year. So his money actually goes down as he gets older. So I guess that is a good thing about it. You don't see too many contracts like that. But his salary is being tripled. He's making $8 million this year. He's going to make $25 million this year. Is George Hill worth 3 times as much as his salary right now? Is George Hill a $25 million player? I want to ask you, the fans, go ahead, leave it down in the comments section. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let me know, is George Hill a $25 million player? Let me know down in the comment section with the hashtag Gabe the Great. Again, you're right here on Power 108, Salt Lake City's #1 station for everything with the Utah Jazz, MyGM. Make sure you subscribe so you can have the latest and greatest updates on this, and make sure you hit that like button so we can keep bringing you amazing content, man. We always got big news coming out here out of Salt Lake City, man. But man, things are looking good for us. I gotta admit, man, we just re-signed Paul George. We beat the Warriors. We're now 3rd place in the conference, 1st place in our division, man. I'm really liking what's happening. The fans are excited. The team chemistry is getting better. You know, we still a little backed up at the power forward position, but there's not really much we can do until after December 30th. That's when a lot of these guys, their trade moratorium is up, and we can then begin to trade for some of these pieces, which I think that we're going to do. But hey, guys, this is your boy TJ Jackson here on Power 108, Salt Lake City's #1 station for everything with the Utah Jazz. Be sure to subscribe and smash that like button so you can get the latest and greatest on everything that has to do with this Utah Jazz MyGM series. And I will see you next time. Peace.